This video is over section 3.7. All right, and this video covers solving absolute value inequalities. Okay, so just the way to think about this, the difference here is we have absolute value. Looked at absolute value equations back in the last unit, but the way we solve these is slightly different. It's going to change a little bit. So here's what I want you to remember. All right, if you have a less than sign, think of it as less than. All right. And if you have a greater than symbol as your inequality, like down here, all right, think of it as great. If I could spell great, that'd be awesome. Great or. All right, and that's going to tell you how you need to split the question or split the problem up. All right, all absolute value inequalities we have to make into compounds. And if you remember, compounds are and problems or problems. So the way I'm going to do that is just like this. I'm going to subtract the 4. I have to get it in the format suitable for splitting, so it's got to look like this. All right, now I'm ready to split it, okay? And I'm going to split it into either and or, depending on what kind of symbol is there. Well, this right here is a less than symbol. So again, think less than, and I'm going to make it an and problem. The way we make it and, if you remember, is we write and as compound inequality. All right, but there's got to be something to the left. There's got to be something I fill in here. All right, and when you do and problems, remember x is in the middle of those. So the way I figure out what's there, all right, is I just simply take this number and I change the sign. All right, and there's my problem. That's my solution. Now I just solve it and I get x by itself in the middle, and it already's there. So -3, 3. All right, these are both going to be open, and I shade in the middle is how I graph it. All right, so same thing here. We're ready to go because we have the brackets by itself. I know it's going to be an and problem because of the less than symbol. So again, think less than. All right, the way I do this is I copy it down just how it looks. And again, to get the and, all right, you have to be, and means that that variable's got to be in the middle. All I do is I copied my sign down again, all right, and then whatever number this is, I just make it negative over here. And it's really easy to do. And then now we have some work to solve it. We have to get the x by itself in the middle, so I have to add 5 to each side. All right, or to all 3 sides, I should say. All right, so then -2 plus 5 is 3. And this is 7. So my answer is 3 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 7. In all and problems, we shade in the middle. All right, these are going to get solid dots on them this time because of the equal to bars. Okay, just real quick here on number 4, I can't split it until I have the absolute value brackets alone. So this 5's got to go. All right, so the way I would do that is divide by -5, and then be very careful on these. I divided both sides by a negative, so this is actually going to flip and become +2. And then now I would split this up. So x plus 2 is less than or equal to 2. And again, it's an and problem because of the less than symbol. All right, copy that sign down. Whatever that number is, just make it negative over here. Okay, and then just subtract 2 from each side, solve it, and you could finish this one the same way I did number 2. All right, likewise, or problems are a little bit easier. So again, these are absolute value problems, all right? Go to number 2. Number 2, if I look, that's a greater than sign. So the way I split this up is actually really easy. I just copy it down how it looks. Okay, I write the word or, great or, so it becomes a compound or problem. And then I keep the part that's inside, I keep it exactly the same, but all I change is I flip this sign, and I change the sign of my number right here. So I flip that, and I change this. Okay, so I flipped that to less than, I changed it to -4. And then all you do is you solve it like normal. Okay, this one's done. Now let's solve this just like a normal or problem. So -9 on each side here. Put the word or in the middle. Here's your answer. Okay, Again, when you're drawing your graph here, make sure you put them in numerical order, smallest number first. So the negative 13 is smaller than negative 5, so that comes first, and then negative 5, and then just do each problem. X is greater than or equal to negative 5. That's this way. All right, X is less than or equal to negative 13. That's this way. Okay, so there you go. Just some words of advice here, just like all the other ones. Don't split anything up until you get the absolute value by itself, so this 6 has to move first. All right, you'd subtract it. So you have absolute value of x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 7. This would be, again, an OR problem because of the great OR sign. All right, and the way I split it, remember, change this sign. All right, change the sign on the 7. So flip the way this sign goes, change the sign on the 7, and then go ahead and solve it. So you have x is greater than or equal to 9 here, or x is less than or equal to negative 5. Put them in numerical order. All right, x is greater than or equal to 9. All right, x is less than or equal to 5, negative 5, excuse me. And there you have it. That's how you handle these. Pretty straightforward.